Alright, let's go talk to Operative Rutger here. Oh, he's way out there. See that car that looked like it was just levitating? That's amazing. You know, they promised us here in the future that we would have flying cars and all kinds of stuff. And we ain't got none of that. We ain't got none of that. Science has lied to us. More specifically, scientists have lied to us. Don't believe them. Don't believe the hype. Okay, you can click on it, but nothing happens. Seems like somebody should put a little disposable message on top of that. Look at this, another hot dog stand right there. Amazing. If I didn't already know what lunch today was going to be, I'd be like, man, I could go for a hot dog. So he's hanging out in the middle of longbow territory here. What a guy. What a guy. Okay, if you're gonna blah 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 blah. Creative sense of information, if you can accept that, I can guarantee by the time we're done here, blah blah blah. Okay. Well, he's got a lot of blah 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 going on. Got 2 story arcs and some rando missions, so let's see what we got here. Rando mission it is. Take out the fledgling heroine. I'll make no bones about it, Tabas. I don't trust you, not yet. You have to prove yourself to me before that can happen. Luckily, I gotta wait for you to do just that. There's a young lady in Nerva who seems to be making a name for herself as a hero. Why don't you take her out? Cool. Also, let me turn XP off so we don't accidentally level up when I don't want to. Her name is Ether. Alright. And she's like way out in Primeva. Just teleport over there. Forget running. That sounds too much like doing actual work. Either change name, you're here to blah 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 blah. Wow, I was reading that, immediately started yawning. Anyway, I'm guessing her powers are she can turn invisible or something, or intangible. Like, that seems like a pretty ethereal power set. Also, there are badges for beating up, there's a badge for beating up 100 doors. Like, who came up with this? This is obnoxious, dude. Like 10 would have been sufficient. Here it is. Look at this. And the only reason I have 29 is I've gone out of my way to beat up doors sometimes. I don't know, that badge cheeses me off a little bit. Like, I feel like 10 doors would have been okay. Because that kind of covers, like, casually, like, oh, you got defeated in Mayhem missions, and there's a couple missions, Barracuda or Dr. Calm, one of them, don't you get captured or something, and you have to break out of prison, like, kind of covers those cases where you're just doing something a couple of times and you can get the badge. As opposed to specifically having to grind for this. But we'll go ahead and grind it. This is clearly what the developers intended. Well, the current developers. Okay, we're almost done here. Don't you worry. In the meantime, we got this awesome cyberpunk soundtrack to keep us company. Couple more. The big Arachnos prison room will get you a lot of doors. There was a time when doors gave you XP. And I actually got, on some character that was having trouble leveling up, I actually went and beat doors up. They were having endurance problems that I couldn't fix at that particular level. And they needed like a couple of levels to get something or other. Maybe it was just more slots, I don't remember. So I actually went in and I punched doors for like, I think it was like boss level XP. And got them like to the next level so they could get whatever it was they needed. When you're desperate, you know, you'll do crazy things like punch doors. Or in my case, when you want to punch doors, you just punch some because you can. Wow, this has really drained our endurance, our blue bar. Our Rice Krispie treats, if you will. And I sure hope XLG is going to be okay and he wasn't just lying to me. Oh, well there she is. I like the costume, from a distance anyway. Kind of like mind... Like that's like the psychic colors in the game. Yeah, so she's psychic, alright. Take a nap. She's a Psy Imp, alright. Well, it's a Psy Imp. Alright, that's one fledgling heroine defeated. Let's go back and talk to Rutger Hauer here. One thing in... excuse me. One thing in the police scanner missions... Arachnos bosses are named after movie villains. There's like Operative Lopan, Operative Boddicker, and they all come out of like 80s movies. It's great. I enjoy that fact. So when this guy's named Operative Rutger, I guarantee you that's a reference to Rutger Hauer. Corlax boss, there's a badge for you. You burned a Longbow base, or saw through it and put a little vigilante on ice. I sure did. And now he's going to start his story arc, Snuffing the Light, Part 1. You have an important task by Arachnos and have to come through. If you're prepared to see it through without any asking a question, we can work together and both end up looking good. Alright. Yeah, we can pop into a longbow base and beat some people up. The base is literally right next to where he was standing. Longbow hasn't realized that the guy who's going to attack their base is standing literally outside of their base. Okay. Alright, this is easy enough. Good music for fighting longbow. I think this is the 6th Street Gang music from Cyberpunk. The Patriots. You know, Patriot Idiots, you get it? It's like a portmanteau. A little word mashup, if you will. Gladiator's Javelin. Man, we're just getting PvP IOs everywhere. Hey, there's McGowan. I'll have to tell Brett McGowan, writer of Changeling, that I just beat the crap out of him. I guess his name's spelled differently, but close enough. Well, that was easy. We didn't even have to clear the room. You have things for me? Well done. Don't trouble yourself about their meaning. You leave that to me. I'm certain that yada yada. Alright. Anything all you got from McGowan's pockets was a bunch of junk, but you found what I was looking for in this locket here. Pretty picture, yes? That's his late wife, killed by Arachnos agents in a scuffle in Paragon. Disastrous PR. Well, she's the reason McGowan joined Longboats. No surprise he keeps his most precious possession hidden behind her portrait. What's in it? Well, you have to prove yourself worthy first. You need to get a certain cargo ship and eliminate everybody on board. Okay. That's how I feel about that. Just, Okay, here we go. Here we go now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go. Whoop, whoop. Here we go now. Oh, gosh. Okay. We all know this ship map. Hold on. After 2-month-long delays, I'm supposed to hear about your job status. January 20th at the latest. Cool. Get it back. You're going to buy... No, don't buy me Civ 7. Dude, Civ 7 looks totally uninteresting to me. I don't know. The game doesn't seem to be, like, doing anything interesting. The graphics aren't even that good. Like, from the pictures, Civ 6 looks about the same. I don't know. I think Civ 7 is something that needs to get sat on for a long time. Because I played Civ 4 when it first came out, and it was not that great. I played Civ 5 when that first came out, and that was not that great. I still don't know that if I actually like Civ 6. I like playing Civ 6 with 6. But every time I try to play it single player, I just start going to sleep. Like, I am so not in a rush to see what Civ 7 has to offer. I think that's something I want to let other people play and complain about. I mean, good lord, you saw, like, how Beyond Earth went. What a frickin' mess. Bam! Bam, bam, here comes the man. Hot damn, the big boy man. You forgot. Oh. I want to give Beyond Earth another chance. I just can't bring myself to play it. Not when I have stuff that's either new or stuff that I like. Like, I'm already kind of booked up gameplay-wise. As soon as I get done with what I'm doing here, like, I've got Final Fantasy 16 to play. So it ain't like I'm going to be having time for Civ 7 anyway. You know, I keep teasing, like, oh, I'm thinking maybe we'll do the year of Final Fantasy, but maybe that's what we do here in 2025. We make this the year of Final Fantasy. I can't remember the last time I played, like, Final Fantasy 1. That had to be... at least a decade ago. I think that might be fun to re-experience, because I get to tell stories while I'm playing it. And I sure would love to finish Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy X2 would also be kind of cool to finish. Like, I haven't beaten that game yet. Did the Humble... I don't even know what you're talking about. Blip? Humble Bundle Blip? So I think the answer to your question, did that slow down my game acquisition rate, is no. Because I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh yeah, like EA owns Humble or something now, don't they? Like, whatever. I've still got that completely cracked out monthly bundle thing where I get like 10 games a month for 20 bucks or something stupid like that. It's amazing. Apparently that's only for people that had old accounts, and new people don't get that crazy deal. They only get like 3 games or something, which is whack and not worth it. But what I got is totally worth it. If they ever change my thing, like, we are dropping that. Honestly, I have so many games, I don't need to buy another game for the rest of my life, XLG. kind of come to a similar conclusion about like comic stuff. It's like I don't really need to buy any more comic books for the rest of my life. I have enough now that I'm probably never going to read all of them as it is. I don't know why we're beating all these longbow up on this ship. This is not very compelling to play. Clearly, I should have done the slot machines mission. Man, the soundtrack is good. Also pretty low. I'm watching the audio levels. Like, you can probably barely hear it. Because it keeps dipping down way, way low. Well, you just said you ate too much fudge. Of course your stomach hurts. I read somewhere that kind of stomach ache is due to the body's inability to absorb the sugar quickly enough. I don't know if that's true, but I read that. Seems like a reasonable explanation. Man, I feel like just yelling the name of that one contact from Striga Isle. You know what? We're doing it. Straxed! There we go. Got that out of my system. I'm good for a few more minutes. Okay, kill all completed. What is this Discord notification? Oh, no biggie. And look at that, man. 2 days, 2 comic book videos. Maybe I'll get back on track. Probably not, let's be honest. Alright, so we gotta make it back to Nerva and talk to this guy who's way out there. He did not give us his cell phone number like a jerk. This is definitely the old school experience. Rocco Transport. Rocco's Modern Life. Dude, that was a great cartoon. I don't know. Entertainment aimed at kids seems very different these days than how it used to be. Maybe that's good, maybe that's not, I don't know. Like one day I just happened to flip over the TV to something, I think it was on PBS, and it was like aimed at like 4-year-olds. Kind of like David the Gnome territory. Or Lamb Chop, like Sherry and Lamb Chop. But it was like, the people were like little bees or whatever, and it was the most vapid and insipid programming I've ever seen on television. I couldn't believe just how vacuous it was. Like, there's just a lot of, let's all be friends. There was no, like, how friends actually interact with each other. Not, you know, there's, like, no substance to it. It was empty messaging. Reserve TV, thank God they're no longer CRTs! Yes! Yes. Tis like, oh, you know what? We've been streaming this whole while. I haven't even put Erica up on screen. Hold on. Erica! There she is. You know what to do. Take the ship to Paragon. You just go to Interluminar's base, incapacitator. Try not to do too much damage. Reckon's engineers already have plans for a whole army of Luminary clones. Okay. And we don't have a teleport that'll work. Alright. Let's just go through here. And somewhere like after 2010, cartoons aimed at like older kids also kind of changed. Like, there's no edge to them at all. And that was one of the things that made that kind of entertainment work. Whether you're talking like comic books or cartoons aimed at kids or whatever, is there'd be a little bit of edge. There'd be a little bit of, oh, this is slightly dangerous, but in a completely safe way. Like G.I. Joe, you know, they're shooting each other and stuff, but pretty much nobody ever actually gets killed. And they're not using real guns because they're shooting red lasers and blue lasers, so you know who the good guys and the bad guys are. But there's that whole, like, you know, sometimes you have to stop bad people from doing bad things because they don't give you any other choice. And you can explore how different kinds of people interact with each other. And that just all kind of seems to be not there anymore, man. Like, I don't know. It's not like I'm sitting around watching TV, because I'm usually up here in my office doing something, but when I do and I look at stuff, I just see in stuff that doesn't seem to respect its audience. Because people want to infantilize, or however you pronounce that word, like 12-year-olds. And 12-year-olds are smart, man. Yeah, they're kind of dumb. They're not going to pick up on all the subtext. Like when I was in Sonic 3, the place was full of kids. It was great. Because I got to listen to all their reactions to stuff. And it was absolutely fantastic and charming and wonderful. But when I was in there, like, I listened to some of their reactions, and they didn't understand, like, the plot arc of Shadow, for example. And that's okay. They're kids. They're not supposed to. But the movie treated them like they could get it if they wanted to. And a lot of other programming you put on aimed at that same kind of age range doesn't treat kids with that kind of respect. I don't know, these are just thoughts I have sometimes, and you're just kind of getting them unfiltered here as we're beating Luminary up, because she's a golden robot. She's actually the second Luminary. The first Luminary was not a robot. He founded Hero Corps, and then gave her his name. Alright, mission accomplished for Mr. Poodly Poo. That took like no time at all. Alright, Operative Rutger. Well done, Tabez. Luminary's biding her time in an Arachnos lab as we speak. Our scientists are already learning plenty from her circuitry. Your plans to complete an assessment of her capabilities before a full dissection is necessary. Wow. It's only come a long way, and Arachnos is paying a lot of attention to you. Just be careful that it's not the kind of attention you don't want. Oh yeah, look, what kind? One of my assets is in trouble for years. I've had an agent known as Desert Adder working with Longbow, gaining access to secrets and their trust. It seems, however, that their trust is ended at last. That has been discovered. Alright, well, we'll go get Desert Adder out. According to the wiki, this guy has a second story arc, so once we get that option, we'll end this as a video. And, oh, hold on. It's 1:41. We've only got 19 minutes. Maybe we won't be doing that on this particular stream. Anyway, I guess the whole thrust of what I was saying is, like, if you treat kids like they're stupid and younger than they are, they're never going to have the chance to mature in a safe way. Media should present things that are slightly dangerous in a safe way. That way kids can learn from it. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of old children's media is just like, and now everybody dies. You know, just like, here you go. This is a little bit of life. You need to learn how to deal with it. Here's how grief works. I'm looking at you, Artax. Alright. Or The Last Unicorn. There's lots of those kind of things in the 80s. And the 70s, too. Comic books in the 80s presenting, like, drugs. And showing, like, here's some consequences of how they work, what using them is like that kind of stuff. It lets you learn from other people's wisdom and experience without having to experience it yourself. Like, do you really want to get strung out? Probably not. Just we're in Longbow, you have to wonder where Desert Adder's loyalty still lies with Arachnos. Who knows? I don't really want to have to fight my way out of this base. Is that what's going to go down here? Oh, Lord. This base just keeps going and going and going and going. Oh my gosh, I remember this costume. Isn't there somebody else that has a costume just like this? That's a great look. Hey, I'm a tank. Why are you attacking that person? Again, why are you attacking them and not me? I'm a tank. You attacked the tank. Desert Adder's like a radiation corrupt or something. Well, she's dead. Because these jerks are just ignoring me. Well, we failed this mission. That's how you speed run. Well, that was kind of dumb that all those enemies who were ambushes were not targeting me. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll do the random missions. We'll come back to his other arc here. For some time that my job was risky. Defeat all agents in base. So Operative Rutger wants us to frame Operative Vargas, who we've worked for in the past. Okay. Alright, well, you know. That's just Arachnos life. Hashtag villainy. I love the way some of this Arachno stuff looks, man. The crab spiders are cool. Widows are kind of cool. The tarantulas and arachnobots are cool. Drones a little less so. That's okay. All too easy. Okay, sure. Okay, let's explode. There we go. Now, let's make sure there's nothing back here. There was nothing back there. Hello, tarantula. Poor Operative Vargas, man. We did all that work for him, and now we're being paid. Screw him over. Hey, right there. I guess we go up. Rutger should know better than to embezzle from Arachnos, and should certainly know better than to get himself caught. Yep. Kind of a noob move right there. Get caught by Arachnos. Oh, hold on, let me... Astronomic Altaverna. What a name. They are now gone. Goodbye, bot. You know you have a good chat when the bots show up. Some people really freak out about that. It's just like, yeah, whatever. You know? Ah, they're giving me activity in my chat. What a shame. You're banned. Goodbye. Done. And if Rutger's assets beats me, they might get eliminated too. Oh, assets, not money assets. Okay. How does Arachnos manage to pull off anything when Arachnos' greatest enemy is Arachnos? Think about it. They spend so much time fighting each other. When do they have time to fight anybody else? Like, even in an organization where the modus operandi is survival of the fittest, right? Like, that is the guiding principle. How are you going to maintain a substantial army when your army is busy fighting itself most of the time? Like, I just got done watching Babylon 5, right? And that's kind of how the Shadows rolled. Except the Shadows weren't busy fighting the Shadows. You're busy getting everybody else to fight everybody else. That seems more like the kind of role Lord Recluse should have in his own organization here. Ooh, let's load off my mind. Operative Virus have to do some fast moving to prove that he's not responsible for that embezzlement, and I'm in the clear, for now at least. It's tricky web we walk, Tabez. Those of us who choose to serve Arachnos for a while, but living is sweet, there comes a time when your welcome is worn out. Got a little problem you need to deal with. One of your assets has gone over to Longbow. You need him eliminated. He's arranged a meeting with several Longbow representatives. The full thinks he can trick me setting up the meet in Paragon City, but you don't escape Arachnos' eyes that easily. Alright, well, let's go beat up White Lightning. Alright. Hop up over that. It was really funny when we hit like level 30 and we suddenly like popped 1,000,000 badges because all those Halloween kill badges were like keyed to level 30. It's like, why? Because we can. This isn't even part of Paragon City. But okay, sure, we'll crush this part of Paragon City beneath our feet. I love little quick missions like that where it's like get in, get out, done. This will be a lesson to you, Tabez. Arachnos does not forget about those who leave our ranks. We hunt them down. Yeah, good thing I'm not in Arachnos. From this task for Arachnos, Tabez, another from Longbow. We need you to kidnap Agent Wilder. Alright. I've begun to respect Agent Wilder. Okay, well that's nice, buddy. So this is a quick mission or not. Wow. What a place. Don't let Wilder escape. Okay. So we just got to find him and beat him up. Who's next on Wilder's list of threats? Oh, looks like it'd be Tabez. Tabez! Yep, that's me. That's my name. Don't wear it out. There he is. Gotcha, sucker. And I'm a tanker, so I got taunt on ya. Rutger's dog. We've been discovered. Oh no. Yeah, that guy's got to go too. Get out of here, Longbow Eagle. The silly little jingle jet on his back. Walder's unwilling to talk at the moment, but that should change shortly. Within months, I'm sure he can be converted to some use of a wreck or whatever. This is a coup we can both be proud of. That's great, buddy. I'm going to duck in here where it's kind of safe because, you know, Mr. Naylor's here. And I'm going to bid the rest of you goodbye. The time has come at the end of the stream. Man, I need more caffeine. Radiant Darkness XLG, you beautiful lurkers, all you watching this later on YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And much love. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.